So SOHCAHTOA, the ratios, the whole setting up of for right triangles that is involved with angles of elevation and depression. Okay, elevation, words like elevator. Okay, to elevate. What does elevate mean? To go up. Okay, when you're looking up at an object, the angle of elevation is formed by an observer's line of sight and a horizontal line. Okay? Say that again. When you are looking up to an object, the angle of elevation is formed by the observer's line of sight and a horizontal line. Does everybody see it in this picture down here? It is very important that you have both things in order to have an angle of elevation. Because, well, you need two sides to make up an angle, all right? Sometimes that horizontal line will not be there, which means that you need to basically kind of like draw it in so that way you can create your angle of elevation, okay? Let's take a look at this example. A dog is standing 5 feet from the base of a tree trying to catch a bird that is 16 feet up in the tree. What is the angle of elevation from the point the dog is standing on the ground to the cat in the tree? What do you think will be helpful here? Drawing a picture, okay? What things do I need in this picture? I need a dog, okay? I'm not drawing a dog. You can draw a dog. I'm not drawing a dog, okay? I need a dog. And what's that dog doing? I heard someone say on the ground, he's looking up at a cat that's in a what? Is in a tree, okay? I can draw a tree, okay? You sure can. You sure can, because you know this is going to make a what? It's going to make a right triangle, okay? The tree, and I ain't talking about a tree that's been hit with a hurricane, so it's leaning on its side. I'm talking about a perpendicular tree, okay? This dog is standing on the ground at the bottom of this tree, okay? Now, grounds, at least in this case, it's going to be flat, right? Might be a little rocky because of dirt and grass, but it is horizontal. How far away is that dog from the base of the tree? 5 feet. And then there's a cat that's somewhere inside of this tree, correct? How high up? 16. So the tree with the ground that the dog is standing on makes the 90-degree angle. And from where the dog is standing to him looking up to that cat in the tree creates your angle of elevation. Does everybody see that? There's the dog. He's looking that way. Horizontal, line of sight, your angle of elevation. Does everybody see that? It's very important, especially when it comes to your word problems, that you're able to visualize this, okay? And do realize you are creating a right triangle here, so you should have those pieces. Now, to actually find the angle of elevation that he's looking, you need to do SOHCAHTOA. Label your sides based off of your angle. 16, that's my what? 5 is mine. What trig ratio has opposite and adjacent in it? Tangent. So I'm going to use the formula tangent theta equals opposite over adjacent. That's the TOA in SOHCAHTOA. Then you plug everything in and you solve respectively. Tangent theta equals 16 over 5. And because I'm looking for an angle, I need to use what? The inverse. Remember, in these calculators, you do 16 divided by 5, second tangent. What's your answer? 72.6 degrees. That is the angle of elevation. Remember, it comes from a horizontal line to the line of sight, in this case of the dog, looking to the cat. We label everything. Good? If we're not, you need to say something. Label those sides. Let's look at the second example. You guys will do a few on your own on your desk. The angle of elevation from a soccer ball to the ground to the top of the goal is 34 degrees. If the goal is 8 feet tall, what is the distance from the ball to the goal? I need a few things in this picture. What are they? I need the ball. I need the goal. The goal is going to represent that height, that vertical side. That's not vertical. Let me try to not draw off to the side. Okay. The goal is 8 feet tall, so I know that this is going to be 8 feet. And I need 34 degrees in here, okay? I need my right triangle. Let's draw that in there, because this is going to be the question. Where is the 34 degrees going to go? Is it going to go at the bottom of the ball or at the top of the goal? Bottom of the ball, because angles of elevation need some horizontal line, which represent the ground, and then the ball going to the top of the goal. And what are you looking for here? I'm looking for the ground, because it's asking me what is the distance from the ball to the goal. Not to the top of the goal, the goal. Okay? Questions on the picture? Yes? The angle of elevation to the top of the goal is 34. But it's not asking for the distance that the ball will travel to the top of the goal. It's asking how far it is away from the bottom of the goal. Label your sides. 8 is what? Opposite. X is. So which trig ratio am I going to use? Yet again. When I plug everything in, what's my angle? 34. What's my O? And my A? So for this particular one, you're going to what? Multiply by X? And then divide by tangent 34. How far is the ball away from the goal? 11.9 feet. Especially with the word problems, you definitely want to make sure you put your units. Definitely make sure you put your units. Questions on angles of elevation. Key thing, horizontal line, line of sight looking up. Because depression is the opposite. The angles of depression. This time you're going from a horizontal line looking down. That's your line of sight. So when you're looking down at an object, the angle of depression is formed by the observer's, again, line of sight and a horizontal line. That horizontal line is key. There will be somebody who will try to put the angle of depression between the vertical line of the triangle and the line of sight. It comes from the horizontal, and everybody knows horizontal is left to right, not up and down, correct? Now, one thing you do need to be aware of, though, is that the angle of depression is congruent to the angle of elevation. If I were to draw in the angle of elevation for this, what's this, Stegosaurus, this pterodactyl, okay? If I draw my horizontal line, remember looking up, this is my angle of elevation. Who gets the gold star for today from their geometry days? Why are they the same angle? They are parallel lines. What types of angles are these? Not acute. What were they called? They are part of a transversal. That transversal would be the line of sight between the two dinosaurs. There goes star. Yes, alternate interior angles. Okay, this is all a flashback from geometry. Okay, but angles of depression and angles of elevation, they are congruent. These two are indeed parallel lines. This was the symbol that meant parallel. Okay, and those are alternate interior angles, which means they are congruent. Okay, this stuff is on SAT, ACT, which you guys will be taking in the near future. So it's a good review of it. Okay, but again, angle of depression, horizontal line, looking down, line of sight. Make sure you draw on that horizontal line. That's going to be crucial. That's going to be key. The angle of depression from an eagle sitting on top of a flagpole to the base of the tree is 63, and I missed the degree sign. If the flagpole is 18 feet tall, then what is the distance between the pole and the tree? Okay, I need a lot of things in here. I need a pole. I need a tree. Probably the eagle. Where's the eagle at? It's on top of the flagpole. So eagle, flagpole. The flagpole is perpendicular, right? Or it's vertical, sorry. I need a tree that's somewhere else, correct? I need the base of the tree. The hypotenuse for this particular triangle. That is my line of sight that's connecting the eagle to the base of the tree. Where should I draw my right triangle? Flagpole base to the base of the tree. Okay. So here is my right angle. I know that the flagpole is 18 feet tall, so I'm going to put that in here. But now the question, where does the 63 go? So right here? It does not go there. This is exactly what I was talking about. Remember, angle of depression. I need two things. I need my line of sight and a horizontal line. So the eagle is originally looking out. But when he looks down and he sees a worm at the base of the tree, he looks down, and that is his angle of depression. So 63 goes here. That's what I was saying on the other slide. You got to be careful. It always comes from some horizontal line, never the vertical. Okay? So 63 is actually on the outside of that triangle. But because this angle is 63, what angle inside of the triangle is 63? The one at the base of the tree. Okay? Now something else that you can do, because horizontal lines and vertical lines are perpendicular lines create what type of angles? Right angles. So if you know this is 63, you could subtract it to find the angle inside and use that instead. It wouldn't change your result of whatever you're looking for. Okay? What is X though? What am I looking for? The base to the base of the tree. Base to base. Not eagle to base. Base to base. Okay? So using the 63, that's in orange. 18 is my what side? Opposite. X is mine. And yet again, another tangent. Before anybody asks, no, they won't always be tangent. It just so happens that this happens to be tangent. These three happen to be tangent. Tangent of what? What goes beside tangent? Always. What over what? 18 over x. By now, you guys should be pros with the variable being on the denominator. I'm going to end up doing what? 18 divided by 10x. When it's switched, when the variable's on the top, all you do is multiply by the denominator. And that's your answer. Okay. What is that? What is 18 divided by tangent? 63. 9.17 feet. Good stuff. So please be careful. Angles of depression always come from a horizontal line looking down to your line of sight. Okay? Never from a vertical line. Never from a vertical line. Had to yell it for the video. Okay? Last example we'll do together. You guys will do some on your own. A shark is swimming 28 feet below sea level. The angle of depression from a boat on the water to the shark is 19 degrees. Sorry, if the angle. Then what is the horizontal distance between the boat and the shark? Okay? I need some water. I need a boat. And I need the shark. Is the shark at water level? Is it at sea level? No, it's below it, correct? Okay? Huh? No. No, we do not. It will not be negative. Okay? Even though it is 28 feet below sea level, that's just going to represent a positive 28 feet. Okay? And the angle of depression from the boat on the water to a shark is 19 degrees. Where is my hypotenuse in this triangle? From the shark to the boat. And the water technically represents one of my other sides, correct? Does everybody see it? It's not. I just drew it over there. Where's the 19? Does the 19 go where the shark is, or does the 19 go where the boat is? It goes where the boat. Is it on the inside of the triangle, or is it technically on the outside with like some vertical line going down? Inside. Remember, horizontal line, line of sight, looking down. And it's asking me what's the horizontal distance between the boat and the shark. What's that going to be? What's going to be X? We're trying to find that horizontal line. The horizontal distance. The horizontal distance. Y'all go ahead and solve this one out, please. Andrew, with trig ratio. With trig ratio.
It would be
10, 19. All right, and Isabel, finish off the rest of it for me. Very good, which means what am I typing into my calculator specifically, Taylor? 28 divided by tangent 19, well, really is actually 28 divided by 19 tangent enter. These fancy calculators. Okay, what'd you got? What'd you get for an answer, Elise? What'd you get? What did you get? Feet. I didn't hear the last one. 0.3. Yes. Did y'all 81.3? Awesome. There you go. Flashback down memory lane, right? Now, the one thing that you have yet to see, again, just want to make sure that you guys are good with, if it's set up like this, how do you solve for x? Multiply both sides by 72, so then it becomes 72 sine 63 equals x. How you type this into your calculator, you literally are working backwards. You do 63 sine times 72, okay? Because we haven't had one like this yet. These are actually the easier ones when the variable's in the numerator versus the denominator, okay? Can everybody just type this in just so that I have the reassurance that you know how to type this in? What's the answer? 64.2. Good stuff. On your desk, I want you guys to do this one. Draw it out and find Find my answer. Leah's mom is standing, bottom of the slide on the playground. The slide represents the what in the picture? It represents the hypotenuse. So the slide is the hypotenuse. And Leah's mom is down here. And Leah's up here. She's waiting for her to come on down. Okay? There's your right angle. And if the angle of elevation from the bottom of the slide to the top is 46, where does the 46 go? Where mom is or where Leah is? Inside the triangle or outside? So that'd be 46. And the slide has a vertical height of 9. Vertical. So if you were unsure, it'd be 9. Find the length of the slide, which means that you're looking for the hypotenuse. And what trig ratio am I going to use, Amy? I'm going to use sine, and I need to set it up how, Isabel? Sine what? And by now we should be pro. And we know that x is going to be 9 divided by the sine of 46, which is what answer? Michaela, what's that answer? Okay, Zoe, what you do? 12.5? 12.5. 12.5 what? Feet. Are you guys good with this? Yes. Okay, draw your picture. Label it, both with the information correctly and the side links. Determine your trig ratio. Remember, it's SOHCAHTOA. To help you on that, no, there will be no reference, cheat sheet, formula given for that. You'll need to know SOHCAHTOA and then solve. Questions?